Today on Blue Values TV, we're going to take a look at the Roseville TV studios and public access station here in the city of Roseville. Stay tuned. Welcome to Blue Values TV. Blue Values TV is a production of the Blue Values Coalition. The Blue Values Coalition is a nonprofit organization dedicated to informing, educating, and engaging our neighbors in the governance of our communities. Look for us online at bluevaluescoalition.org. Our guest today is Jesse Nix, who is a production manager here at the Roseville TV studio. For those of you who don't know, we have in our community of Roseville, we have a full TV studio and access to a public television station that is available for anyone in the community who would like to produce some shows, learn more about television production, and air those shows. And we want to talk today about the opportunities that are available. And Jesse here is a long-time, lifelong resident of the city of Roseville. He knows the community very well. And he, after high school, you went on to get a degree in television production and entertainment. So you've got a lot of experience in this area.
I kind of fell into video production by accident. I was working in the computer lab at the college I attended, and my boss wanted me to edit some video for him, and I found I had an aptitude for it, so I went ahead and decided to pursue that. Got a job at the Sierra College Distance Learning Department. Unfortunately, last hired, first fired. I was let go because of the budget cuts of that year. And then I got a job here working at Roseville TV.
All right. So what are your responsibilities here at Roseville TV? What exactly do you do here?
Oh, I do everything.
Oh, we know that. But
yeah, craft services. Primarily what I do is I teach the production basics class, which is offered 4 times a year. So people in the community come in, and I teach them about video production and about how to use the equipment. That gets them certified to be able to be a community producer. Beyond that, I continue their education by helping them with more advanced stuff. I troubleshoot equipment problems, or if they're having a community producer is having a specific problem, I help them out with that. I also set up frameworks for productions for people to participate in, and I might actually go out on some shoots for the community as well, though that's mostly the purview of our community producers.
Okay. So now tell us a little bit, for those who don't know, exactly what public access television is, because we have a public access television station, and then also how the studio plays into public access TV here.
Okay, so basically it is kind of under the rubric of free speech. It gives the people in the community a chance to express themselves, whether it's a viewpoint.
Let me ask you about, let's see, where did you grow up and where were you born and raised?
Well, I was born in actually San Antonio, Texas, and my father was in the military.
Or if it's their creativity, they could have a gardening show, a music program.
Tanglewood Studios, I'm John Morris, and we're going to do a little session here tonight. Come on in. Right this way. Nice place, huh?
An art program. We got a couple comedy programs.
Is kosher Splendor frozen?
Attire really, it's making people uncomfortable. Really, my hands are.
Do you want to be?
you guys with Blue Values have been one of our most prolific programs talking about, issues in the community. And that's kind of why we're here. That's our main reason for being here, is to build community and also make people feel like they're a part of the community of Roseville and the surrounding areas.
Okay. So the TV studio enables people to produce shows here.
Yes.
Which can be aired on public access television.
Yes.
Or not. They could be used in a school, for example, for training purposes as well.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. You could come down and you can film stuff if you want to do like some educational programming for a school or another venue. We ask that we are able to air it because we want quality content. Mm-hmm. And so that's part of it. But we have 2 channels, 18 on Comcast, mm-hmm. and 77 on Consolidated. And if you don't get those 2 cable, if you're not part of those 2 cable companies, don't get their packages, or if you're outside of the Roseville city limits, you could go to our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/user/RosevilleTV, and all our programs are up there on the web as well, so we have a broader outreach. And you can catch the programs anytime.
And that's Roseville TV with no spaces or anything?
With no spaces,
okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Roseville TV, excellent. Now, tell us about the history of the station and of the studio. How did it come into being? How long has it been here? And so on. Okay.
So we started back in 1986 in an agreement between Jones Intercable and the city of Roseville. And we started out at Oakmont High School. Mm-hmm. And we were there for about a year. I wasn't around at the time, but this is predating my tenure. Mm-hmm. And then moved to the old firehouse in '87, which is in Old Town Roseville. It's the historic firehouse. And we were there until 2009. I was hired in 2003, so I spent a few years there. And then we had the state-of-the-art facility built for us by the city of Roseville. Very forward-thinking, and we're very appreciative of that. And it's here at the Mahaney Park Complex, and it was built specifically to be a community television station. So we got new equipment, the floor plan was designed by the previous manager, and this is where you can come down and you can produce your shows.
Now, we recorded a tour of this studio just prior to recording this show, mm-hmm. actually as we were setting up for this particular show. So let's cut to that tour, and you can explain in that tour exactly what are the things in the studio.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great. Let's take a look.
Here we're showing where the television studio is. This is the entrance to the Martha Riley Library. And as we zoom out, there's the entrance to the library. And right there is the Roseville TV studio.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Community Media Studio here at Roseville TV. And as you can see, we got a 3-camera studio here, lighting grid. There's an audio snake over there where you can plug in microphones. And this is all for the community. This is so that you out there can come down here and you can produce stuff and you can share stuff and you can talk to, the community about the community and things that interest you. So if you're interested in arts, then, come down and do a show about arts. If you're interested in current events, what's happening in our community, you could do a show about that. Pretty much the sky's the limit. So we offer classes 4 times a year, and you can come down and check it out and learn a little bit about video production and meet like-minded individuals. So yeah, definitely, that's what we're here for. And we're here for you to have a voice and to build a community and to provide this wonderful space to do stuff with and meet other people that, like you, want to talk about our community and do video production regarding our community. So, yeah, come on down.
And if you can show us some of the facilities that we have here besides the cameras and the lighting.
Absolutely.
We've got a monitor here.
We got a monitor over here. And this was donated actually by one of our community producers, Arjun Singh, so we're very happy about that. Thanks, Arjun. We really appreciate that. And, we got the 3 cameras, which we kind of went over. And if you follow me into the control room, We got the requisite fake plastic tree. That's necessary for every community media station. So follow me back here. We got, if you come down here, we got 2 edit bays. They're Final Cut Pro edit bays, and you can edit your videos here. So that is one of the things that's available to you as a community producer.
And these can be shows that are produced here or not produced here. The editing is somewhat independent.
Yes, you can bring in your footage and just use our edit bays, or you can use the studio or our field cameras and then take them out and bring it back the footage and start editing it here at Roseville TV. And then in here is our control room. So we got our lighting board here, got our sound or mixing board, and then we got the switcher right here, the switches between the cameras. You got your camera monitors, you got your camera remote control units, and then all this is the playback equipment for what goes out over the air. And that's currently what's showing on the air. We also have a YouTube channel, so we're multifaceted. We're channel 18 on Comcast and 77 on Consolidated. And then if you don't have those two, just check us out at youtube.com/user/RosevilleTV, and you'll find all our videos there. In addition to that, we also have checkout equipment. And so you can check out these cameras, take them out into the field, and film with them. So here is one of our cameras. This is camera 3. It's a mini DV, digital, professional level 3CCD camera. So you got the lens, the professional lens. You got the XLR ports on the side, shotgun microphone. It's currently in the backwards position. You don't want to film like that. You want to flip it around. And it comes with a battery charger and a couple of batteries and some XLR cables, whatever you need to do a production in the field. And of course, all this is free. The class is about $38 through the Parks and Rec. You take the class, you get certified, and then everything after that is free for you to come down. It's a resource that Roseville provides its community, and that's why we're here. So that you can come down and you can meet others, and you can do video production and discuss things in our community. So, yeah. Go ahead and put this back. We also got things like tripods, lighting kit. We got props you could use.
So that tells us a little bit about the facility that's available over here.
Mm-hmm.
What is the value that's provided? Why Roseville TV studio and why a public access station? What is the objective of those, and how is it actually achieving those objectives?
Okay, yeah, that's an important question. We are a resource for the citizens of Roseville and the surrounding communities to come in and be able to express themselves, express their viewpoints, and it's an important resource. We provide education, and we show people how to do video production. We have classes, as I said, offered 4 times a year. And then beyond that, we have things that you can't necessarily do with a cell phone and just uploading to YouTube or Facebook. We teach you how to do compelling video that actually reaches out to your viewers. And also, we use all these resources to make people feel like they're part of the community, part of Roseville. And it builds that fabric and that framework for being part of this community. So we're really reinforcing what it means to be a Rosevillian and in this community, and support that and those ideas. And if you want to do an art program, or if you want to do a gardening program, or if you want to do, you know, a talk show like we're doing now, the sky's the limit as far as what people want to produce here.
Mm-hmm. Now, what kind of shows are actually being produced over here right now? Can you name a few shows and what they're about?
Absolutely. So Blue Values TV, which we're currently on, is one of our most prolific shows. You guys do a wonderful job.
Thank you.
You're kind of the epitome of why we're here, because you're expressing the ideas and interests of the community. And you're bringing people on that inform viewers and educate viewers about what's going on in their community, keeping people informed. Beyond that, we have music programs, so local artists and musicians come down. Roseville Live is one of our music programs where these local musicians come in and perform. We also have a legacy show called Friday Night Live that aired for many years, and it had blues artists from all around the region come in and do shows. We got cooking programs, and they're educational in the sense that it's cooking on a budget. So it's showing people how to cook healthy foods that help them nutritionally if they're on a limited budget. So that's one of the shows we got. We also got comedy programs. Arjun Singh, one of our community producers, does the public access show, and it's a really funny show. Some of it has to do with what's going on in the community. Others are just kind of madcap, just silliness, and so we enjoy that. And then, you know, just a whole variety. We got religious programming, we've got informational programming, we've got comedy. It runs the gamut.
And if you could, what other kinds of shows would you like to see produced in, more of?
Okay, absolutely. What I would prefer and like to see moving forward is kind of more emphasis on what's going on in the community, like you guys do. I put together a framework for a show called the Roseville Review, which we've aired the second episode. We're working on the third. And basically, our community producers go out and film, a few minutes on a specific subject in Roseville. So the dog parks, or, what's going on at downtown Tuesday nights, various city events, that sort of thing. And so bringing that together, kind of looking at what's going on in our community, that's kind of where we're headed and what I'd like to see more of. Also more educational programming, talking about, showing people how to do things that might help them in their everyday lives. Everything from how to change a broken light bulb, use a carrot, stick it in there, spin it around, things like that, to, just maybe how to do macrame. Stuff that helps people learn and grow as individuals. But, it's up to the producers. So if they want to do a show on, plate spinning and how to spin plates or juggle, or a magic show, then, yeah, they definitely could do that.
Fantastic. So basically it's a resource that's available for people around the city or around the community about what's going on in Roseville. And what kind of, and it's partly entertainment, partly informative, educational, a little bit of everything, but all local.
Yeah. Yes, all local, yes, exactly.
So how is it funded? Who pays for it?
Okay, so there's an agreement between the city of Roseville and the cable stations, and part of each cable bill, subscriber's cable bill, goes to fund this studio. It's not much, it's just a few cents. But it all adds up, and that's what provides funding for us to be here and offers this service. So
this studio and this public access station are basically being funded by the viewers of these cable television stations.
Yeah, exactly. So we are community supported.
Community supported, and so it's being paid for by the people in Roseville, so you might as well come and use it because you're paying for it anyway.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
And so that is definitely, and we all know the cable companies could afford to part with a little of their hard-earned money and support community television like this. That really helps knit together a community.
And you already mentioned that the shows are aired on both Comcast and Shore West?
Yeah, Shore West, now consolidated. It got bought out by Consolidated. And yes, 77 on Consolidated.
And now, what does the future look like for the studio?
Okay, so we have a contract that runs through 2017. After that, we are kind of in an unknown area. We're trying to figure out a way to keep going, keep this resource here. We think it's an important resource. And part of that is going out to the public and letting them know about it and just talking about how this is an important resource that we want to keep in the city. And also we have our community producers that are our strongest allies. They all want to see us continue I have been just overwhelmed by the outpouring of support I've gotten from the community producers. And so we're just looking to grow that and inform the city about how important it is and look for ways forward that we can move beyond the contract date.
And the contract date is?
It's December 31st, 2016.
So up to December 31st, 2016, you are actually getting funding from the cable companies directly to support the studio?
Yes, actually, it's the cable companies pay for our staffing. So that's me and my coworker David here. We staff the facility, and that's what pays our wages. And then they also provide funding for through something called PEG funding, which stands for Public Education and Government, and that provides money for equipment. And so moving forward, what we're looking at is a changing in the funding structure.
And what is that?
Well, it's called DIVCA, and it was passed in 2006. And basically it goes from making what was a city-by-city franchise agreement between the cable company and each city to a statewide one, where it's no longer negotiated city by city. Now, we don't know exactly how much money is going to be exchanged once this transition takes place. But our feeling is that if there is ample enough money, then we could find a way to transition to a structure where we could still be funded and move forward past 2017.
Can I summarize it? Is it accurate to say that after 2016, basically the cable companies will then, instead of directly funding the studio, they will actually send the money to the city of Roseville, and the city of Roseville would continue to run the studio?
That is something we're looking at. We are not exactly sure how that funding structure is going to take place. Part of it is expressing to the city how important we are and what a resource we are, and making the case for why we should stick around. Also, we don't know exactly what the formulation is going to be after 2017. So there is every chance that the city will remain getting the same amount of money, but rather than it going to pay staffing, it will go directly to the city. And then maybe there's a way to find a way to fund the facility via a city and Roseville TV partnership.
Okay. So that's quite a lot. What people in the city can do is urge their city officials to keep Roseville TV running after 2016.
That is the biggest thing that anybody watching this can do, and our community producers are already passionate about going out and making a case for why we should stick around, and that you, as a citizen of Roseville, want to keep us here, and that we provide something that you can't get with a cell phone camera and editing software on your computer. We provide community, and we provide a link to feeling part of the city of Roseville and being part of the fabric of the city of Roseville.
Well, certainly from operating Blue Values TV and producing these shows here, we ourselves have learned quite a lot about the wonderful ability to be able to showcase organizations, local organizations, that are doing good things in our community.
Absolutely.
And being able to talk to the leaders of those organizations and bring those to people's attention. That's what we've enjoyed doing here. So for people who are interested, the best way to get involved is to come to the studio, learn how to use the equipment, and get involved. Start producing television shows and airing those shows on public access TV. They can be talk shows, they can be entertainment, they can be anything. What's the best way for them to contact you to actually get started in this area?
Okay, so you could just give us a call. It's area code 916-786-9020. You can email us at RosevilleTV@gmail.com. If you want to check out what we're doing, RosevilleTV.org is a good resource. And then, of course, there's always our YouTube channel. So there's a few ways to check us out and contact us. Also, you could come down. We're at 1501 Pleasant Grove Avenue. We're by the the soccer field on the corner there of Wood Creek Oaks and Pleasant Grove.
Right at the entrance to the Martha Riley Library.
Yes, and you just take the first left in before you go through the double doors. And we're more than happy to show you around the studio, talk about, you know, what's going on here, and just show you what you can do. And so that is definitely something we'd look forward to seeing you.
And the studio is open from?
It's generally open from 1 to 9 p.m., Monday through Saturday. And either me, I'm Jesse, or my coworker David will be here, and both of us will be happy to show you around the studio. Our next class is in March. It's the first Tuesday in March. It's a 4-night class from 6:30 to 8:30. And we go over the very basics of video production. Mm-hmm. That gets you started. Then after that, as you want to grow as a producer, we're there for you to show you hands-on how to take your video expertise to the next level. We're there to help support you in what kind of vision and what kind of show you want to do. And then we're also a venue for you to be able to air that show either on the cable channel or the YouTube channel or both. So, you know, there's many facets. And yeah, we want the community involved, and we think this is a great resource for them to be involved.
Fantastic. So, again, I would urge our viewers, get involved. If you've ever had an interest in producing any kind of a television show, this is a marvelous way to do it. I can tell you personally from our experience, we were all trained by Jesse over here to produce Blue Values TV. It was wonderful training. It was easy. And both David and Jesse have been very helpful in us going forward as we've produced this show now for just over a year. That's basically it. Thank you so much, Jesse, for really appearing with us today. Yeah. And to all of our viewers, thank you for joining us, and get involved. And until next time, good night.